Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about top 10 things to avoid, and hopefully you can cross these things off your list because I just want you to be a healthiest version of yourself, and here's top 10 that I came up with. Number 1 is don't smoke, okay? Obviously cigarettes, I don't have to go into why they're bad for you, but not only are they bad for you, everything smells and stain your teeth, so on and so forth. I've never smoked in my life, and I'd rather not be around people who smoke. So that's number 1. Number 2 top 10 thing to avoid is processed and packaged foods, right? The more and more stuff's processed, gonna raise your blood sugar, raise your insulin levels, and make you crash after work or whenever you eat it. So avoid processed foods, eat whole foods. Number 3, try to avoid foods that are high fat, high carb foods. This is mainly fast food things. For example, like let's just say French fries, right? High fat, high carb food. Avoid that. You can maybe do one or the other. Okay, you can have some carbs from every once in a while, but carbs that aren't also high fat. So let's just say carbs could be salads or things like that. But you want to avoid the high fat, high carb foods. Number 4, and this one might surprise you a little bit, but don't get too carried away with eating fruit. There are benefits to fruit, and I think it's good to mix it up every once in a while, but I just see sometimes people over-consume fruit, and fruit is fructose, which gets stored in your liver, and really you don't use it for anything. And so that's how people eventually, I'm not saying that they get what's called fatty liver disease. I'm not saying it's just from consuming fruit, but you just want to be careful. Maybe eat it when it's in season from time to time. It does have some benefits. There's some fiber, there's some polyphenols and antioxidants, but don't overconsume fruit. Eat in moderation. Avoiding vegetable oils. Just start reading labels. I just saw recently there was a nut mix label, these little bags of nuts that you can buy, and it was just filled with vegetable oils, canola oil. So you'll see soybean oil, rapeseed oil, you name it. You just want to avoid these. A lot of people cook with these oils. If you could cook with something else, maybe cook with some butter or something like that, that would be better off. And when you go to restaurants, try to ask them what they are cooking your food in. Because I really do think that's important. That's a downfall of a lot of people's health is too many vegetable oils. Number 7, avoid frequent snacking. So obviously, if you listen to some of my videos, I'm really into intermittent fasting and sort of having downtime in between meals. Okay, so if you can just, as a good goal to start, even if you don't want to get into fasting, just have 3 good satiating meals and nothing in between. Maybe just some water, some tea, some coffee in between your meals. Start with that before you want to eat, if you don't want to get into fasting. But avoid freaking eating all the time. I used to be in that boat. I used to eat all the time. I think I had like a Kind bar every half hour, and I probably overdosed on bars. And so I've gotten away from that, and it's amazing just how much better you feel. Okay, keep those insulin levels nice and low, and so they're not spiking all the time. What else do we got here? Avoid a sedentary lifestyle. I don't know, I just turned 40. I just think it's so important to always be moving. I know, now a lot of people are working from home. Get up every 20 minutes and just do maybe just some movement. Go for a walk or just, even some light yoga. A lot of times I'll get up and just do some yoga just to get the body going. So avoid a sedentary lifestyle. If you can lift weights, lift some heavy things every once in a while, add that into the routine as well. Don't drink your calories would be number 9. I would say that this one, I think, can be an easy one to avoid. I think if you can just get rid of the sodas and the monster drinks, okay, the things that have a ton of sugar in them or artificial sweeteners as well. They might fool you and say there's no sugar, but there's a ton of artificial sweeteners or sugar alcohols, which whatever, it can lead to bloating and things like that. So just be careful with those drinks, and I would just say stick to water, maybe some sparkling water, something that I've gotten into, and maybe some black coffee or black tea or green tea from time to time. So don't drink your calories would be number 9. Number 10, avoid negative people. I just think, this is something that is just so important. If you want to get into a community of people who work out, are positive, that'll just help influence you even more. I'm sure if you have kids, you want them to be around positive kids and kids that don't have bad habits such as smoking, drinking, or cheating or things like that. So just make sure that you surround yourself with positive, active people, and I think that will help lift you up as well. So those are my top 10. I'll go through them really fast one more time. Don't smoke, avoid processed foods, don't combine high-fat, high-carb foods like fast foods, don't eat too much fruit, avoid artificial light, okay? Again, we're on our phones 24/7. If you could avoid artificial light, especially towards the end of the day. I actually have a timer on my phone where it won't shut down, but it'll just silence and sleep from a certain time on. So I would recommend that if you feel like you're always picking up your phone in the evening. So avoid blue light, avoid trans fats and vegetable oils, right? Most restaurants always cook in them, and most things have them in like sauces and things like that. So check that out. Avoid frequent snacking. Avoid a sedentary lifestyle, okay? Get moving. If you want to go for walks more, just buy a dog. Don't drink your calories, and then avoid negative people. So that's my top 10. Hope you enjoy. Hope you're liking these videos. Feel free to share or write any comments down below. And have a great day, and we'll talk later.